These debates are really important. We got some fascinating discussion going, some really interesting people in the room talking about their own experiences as patients but also as clinicians.
It was my privilege here today to introduce the speakers on our panel, obviously discussing a difficult subject, life and death subject, but also in true sort of NHS style, being able to do it with a smile and good humour.
It's like giving a talk after the best man at a wedding. I don't really know how I follow that. I deal with patients who are acutely ill, and I come upon real life scenarios where patients need to have decisions made in their best interests, not always with the right planning happening before, so I bring that perspective. I've done work on a particular way of helping patients to think about what it is they would want in an emergency, called Respect. It's been great to get all these different people together and hear so many different perspectives.
I'm surprised how good the court has become in terms of presuming this and respecting people's individual wishes and their subjectivity.
When I come to events like this, I learn a lot because I get to hear from doctors. The questions that doctors ask me really shape my thinking. And I get to talk to lawyers who are actually in practice and dealing with complicated cases and the things that are the real issues of the day. And so for me, bringing all three of us together is really, really valuable.
None of us expects to be in a life-changing accident. We all live our lives as if we're invincible.
So Kennedy's law firm invited me to come and speak today on a patient perspective. I was diagnosed with stage 3 bowel cancer at the age of 30. I went in for my first chemotherapy session anxious about what might happen. Not once did it cross my mind that I may end up in intensive care. It is a known reaction, it's very, very rare. I suffered 2 seizures and 4 cardiac arrests caused by the combination of chemotherapy and medicines they gave with that. Since then, I have decided to write my paperwork so that should I either have a life-changing illness or injury in future, that everybody knows what my wishes are and that I don't want care that will extend my life without quality of life. Views are changing, medicine is moving, we are starting to have these discussions. It was just a fantastic experience to have the open discussions that we did have today.
It was very good having a patient and a physician and a lawyer and a professor of law on the panel, and that was really helpful because it gave differing opinions as to the answers to the questions that were asked. One of the things I took away is that what we really should be asking in medicine is less about the intervention and the treatment and more about the outcome that's expected, and really that's certainly something I'll be looking at in the future.
The thing that makes it hard to talk about these things is that we have to recognise we're all going to die, and obviously that's something we don't want to think about, and so we avoid it. And perhaps the way to get the conversation started is to think not about your own death, but rather what's the situation your family will find themselves in if you don't talk to them. And if you're trying to protect them, you actually protect them better by talking to them, being honest, so that when it comes to it, they know what to do and they know how to cope.
Advanced planning is crucial. If you're going to have an autonomous decision and avoid having to have a committee of other people, including judges, make a decision on your behalf, then write your wishes and feelings and values down early, communicate them and continue that conversation on throughout your journey as a patient.